you guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing part 6 of beating Red Dead Redemption 2 with only headshots, so let's get right into it. So as we start today's episode, we end up coming back to a party happening at camp, which is pretty nice. So I walk around and see what's happening. Go see what Sean's ranting about, as he's usually doing. I walk over here to see what John and Bill and Hosea are talking about. And then I just stare at the fire and I slowly walk back to my site so I can go to bed. Which then I click bed and I click morning. But this takes a little bit, so I'll just skip until the morning. So as you can see, we have woken up, and since we are right here, tell me in the comments down below what you think Arthur's hair should be for the series. So over here we slowly walk towards Leopold Strauss, or Herr Strauss as Arthur says his name. So I make my way over to Herr Strauss. And then I start running because apparently I'm out of camp, but this leads into a cutscene, so I'll just shut up.
Why?
I'll cut you in.
Loaning? Already?
You know how it is. People is happy to borrow off someone like me, but more enthusiastic paying back to someone like you.
Of course. Who are they?
Let me see. Chick Matthews works at Guthrie Farm. He's a hand, I believe. Mr. Roble, the small holder at Painted Sky, runs the operations there, badly. Miss Lily Millet is a ranch maid up at Emerald Ranch.
And here was me believing Dutch's bluster about us helping folk.
It's legal work, Mr. Morgan. Debtors belong in prison. We are doing them a favor.
Aye. I'll make sure they see it in them terms.
So, as you can see in that little cutscene, Leopold Strauss, or Herr Strauss, has given money to people, and now we have to go collect their debts. So, this takes a while to get to all the places, so I'll just skip to when we get to them. So, as you can see, we have made it to Emerald Ranch, and I start looking around for someone, but then I talk to this guy, so he will give us information. So, I ask him where he is. He says he isn't. He says he's the guy who just got on the horse and is now running away. So, like the big brain I am, I get on my horse and I start chasing this guy down really fast. But this entire part takes a long while, so I'll just skip to when I get real close to him. So as you can see, we have gotten real close to him, and I think about how I'm gonna get to this guy, but then I decide, hey, I have lasso. So I pull up my lasso, I take him straight off. I thought he was about to hit the train. Jump off, and then I got really worried that I was going to hit the train, but then he got even closer, so I was real worried, but then I noticed that it was just about to end, so I'd be safe. And then I put my lasso away, and then, like normal human I am, I pull out my gun and interrogate him, and he asked me to cut him free, but I don't let him. And then I loot him to find the map that he just said he had. Then I inspect the document right here, pull it out, and look at it. I didn't understand this one bit. I've played the game 3 times and I still can't understand this. So then I just read it, and then it just goes on about where it was, like if he dies. Then I exit off, and I think about leaving, but I go back and I want to pick him up, but the game just doesn't allow me to, and it just stares my horse in the face. But then I do pick up this guy, weird guy, Chick Matthews, throw him on this, get on my horse, and then I just proceed to run him over like any normal human would. And then I leave the crime scene. Well, crime scene. It isn't really a crime scene. To go up here, because that's where the X says it is. So I cut down here like a normal person, but my horse doesn't decide it can go up that steep of a spot, even though I've done a lot. I've done a steeper hill many times in this game. So, I go over here, and I do this little thing, and I found the tree really easily, so I just run down there, and I think I was going to do it, but then Arthur has to do a little spin to climb up here to get it. And we have Chris Matthews money. So I'll just skip to when we get to the new person's one. Well, new person's mission. So as you can see, we have made it to Emerald Ranch once again to see this lady talking to this guy, but this leads into a cutscene, so I'll just shut up.
Now, I told you I'd get you the money next week, and I'll get it.
Lily, where's our money?
What?
That loan you took. It's payday.
I'm sorry. I don't have it right now.
Well then, I guess we got a big problem, don't we?
Cooper! Give him what you've got.
I ain't giving him nothing except a lesson in damn manners.
So as you can see there, this Cooper guy decides to punch Arthur in the face. So we have a little brawling session. And I get a few good punches in there, and I knock him to the ground. Then again onto the ground. He blocks one shot, then I block another, and I punch him. A bunch, block a shot, grab him, and I knock him out. There's a nice sound if you picked it up. A nice headbutting sound. So I loot him for her money, her debt money, and I leave her alone. But then I run back because it said I didn't loot him, so I just kicked him a little bit. And I run to my horse to go back. Well, to go to the next one. And so this guy thinks he sees me rob a guy, even though I told him it was a debt money. So I chase him through here. I see him run over here, so I want to tell him to stop. So I have to go slow, but then I decide to run him over. And then he decides he isn't done with me. So I chase him down, telling him to stop. I almost hit this little dog, but then I finally catch up to him and I just push him a little bit. And he finally stops, but we get into a fight. So I punch him, like I grab him, punch him, and then he punches me. I grab him, I start choking him, and I put him down, and I keep punching him until he's done. And apparently that guy doesn't have any problem with me punching his friend out. So then I go and I talk to this little dog for a second. I get on my horse and I go to the next dead place, and I'll just skip to it when I get there. So as you can see, we have made it to the third debtor's house. So I just decided to make myself welcome, bust in here, and he doesn't know what to do, but this leads into a cutscene, so I'll just shut up.
English? You speak English?
Me, Silesia.
Yeah, good for
Upper
you.
Silesia.
I'm here for money that you borrow from a German man.
Aha, German. Mein Herr, sprechen the Kaiserreich.
I don't speak German neither. I'm here for money. Money that you borrowed from Leopold Strauss.
Leopold Strauss.
Yeah. So it's time to pay. Where is it?
Oh, well, no, have nothing. It's very bad winter.
We've all had a bad winter, pal. Where is it?
Oh, no. No.
So as you saw in that cutscene, we walk into this random guy's house, and I start threatening him, asking him where the money or the silver is, anything really valuable. He keeps talking weirdly, like blah blah blah. Arthur can't understand him, but we kinda can. but not really because we have subtitles. So I punch him once, and then I threaten him, but then I throw him down, and he doesn't know what to do, so I try and search stuff, but apparently I didn't beat him up good enough. So then I pull out my gun and I point it at him, and then apparently that does the trick, because obviously if you get punched once in the face, it takes a gun pointed at your head to give people what they want. So he tells me about stuff that he has. So I put my gun away and I walk into this room and I search this drawer for stuff, 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 and I search this drawer for stuff. And there was nothing, so I was mad, so I wanted to shoot this thing. And so I shoot it, but it decides to burn me on fire. So I have a panic attack thinking I'm gonna fail this mission, so I just run around jumping. And I finally make it. So, but then I noticed that his house is slowly burning. Like that's a normal thing, right? A guy random walks into your house and sets everything on fire. So I open that cabinet and I find cigarettes. They're pretty good. I open this thing. And I open that side. There was nothing. I was right beside a burning door. I open here and it's just fire. So I walk over to this dresser and I open up that drawer, and the next drawer, and there is nothing. So I walk over to this wardrobe. I look in there, there is nothing. So I get out of this burning room as fast as I can. Then I walk out of here and I go over to this cabinet. I look over to the fire to make sure nothing big's happening. Take this fine brandy like anyone would. And I walk over there and I notice there's a little tiny drawer beside him that I haven't searched yet, and there is a pocket watch in there. So I take that and I am done with it. So I just left him in a burning house like any normal human would. And it looks even worse from the outside. So I run over to my horse, and that dead person is done. So I'll just skip to when I get to camp. As you can see, we have made it to camp, and our next thing we have to do after listening to her talk about Emerald Ranch and stuff, we have to give back to the campsite. So after she's done talking,
I'm always well, Miss Grimshaw.
wow, they talk for a while. After they stop talking, I put in the debt money, and then I am supposed to look at the ledger of the camp. So I click on the ledger, but then it finally goes to it. So I have to, but then it kicks me out. Like I open it, it kicks me out. So I was pretty sure I did it, so I was like weirded out by it. Then it allows me in, and I look at everything I did, and I notice that I have done nothing. Yahoo! We're doing good stuff for this camp. So take a little while to look, and then I flip the page to see what is there, and I could update that, or I could update that, and I choose to update the ammunition. And it is a little tiny cutscene, but not really a cutscene, of what we added to our ammunition. So,
How did you get on, Herr Morgan?
oh, it's a cutscene, so I'll just shut up.
Counts are up to date. Sad sacks, a lot of them.
Good, very good.
My pleasure.
Well, if it's pleasure you're after, there is one other. This farmer preacher fellow I met in Valentine, Mr. Downs.
The opinionated little do-gooder? Yeah, I know the one. I certainly know the type.
Thank you, Herr Morgan.
There's no need to thank me. Like you said, pleasure I'm after?
He's more slippery than he seems. I've tried being polite. Don't take any nonsense.
Nonsense? Me?
If he doesn't have the money, beat him.
Well, I usually do.
I know.
So, as you saw in that cutscene, we are given the task to go to Mr. Downs' ranch. So, I go on my horse and I go there. So, I'll just skip to when we get there. So, as you can see, we have made it to Thomas Downs' ranch. So, I see what he's doing. He's talking to me about doing stuff. So, I bust in there. He tries to swing, I push it out of the way, and I punch him in the face. If you played this game already, you know what he does and who he is. He is a son of a gun no one likes. So, I keep threatening him. So, I decide to see how far I can go before it leads to a cutscene. So, I keep threatening him until I decide to beat him up. Which takes a while. I forget how long it takes. It takes until right here. I punch him in the face. He backs up. Then I threaten him again. And then we talk to each other for a little bit. I threaten him. And then it goes into cutscene, so I'll just shut up.
You borrowed money from my business partner, Herr Strauss. You owe him, you took the money. He wants it back, what's not to understand? Where's our money?
I don't have it.
Sell your place.
We already owe more than it's worth.
Then sell your wife, or your family, or something. We ain't your idea of charity. Is that clear?
Thomas!
What are you looking at?
Thomas!
I said, what you looking at, woman?
My husband isn't well. If we could just have more...
Like I said, we ain't nobody's idea of charity. Get us the money.